Welcome to Parav TV. We are joined by a very, very good friend. Her name is Ani Kojian. She's in Florida. Ani used to live in New York, and she's going to maybe discuss with us life during the coronavirus pandemic in a station in Florida. It's almost like 3, 4 months now. We have been isolated, detached. We're not traveling. We're not seeing friends. How is life in Florida? How are you handling it? How are you keeping busy?
So first of all, thanks. Hi, Bartan. I have to say that if you're going to be quarantined for 3 to 4 months anywhere during the winter months, you should do it here in Florida. Things here, although they were closed, we have beautiful 80-degree weather. I have a backyard. I was able to garden. I was able to enjoy the outdoors, walk the dog. So the combination of the weather and the beauty and the palm trees didn't have as much of a confining effect on us Floridians as it did on people who were either in an urban center or in a condo or in a small space. And I've lived in a condo for 30 years between Toronto and Manhattan. So I am just so blessed that I actually moved to Florida a few years ago because, like I said, it's a very different feeling here. So we're a lot more appreciative of the fact that we were able to enjoy the outdoors. Unfortunately, a lot of people did not have that same privilege.
You know, you speak about appreciative. Many Armenians I talk to says, "Doras, asega pamache, we have gone through more difficult times. You know the history of the Armenians. What do you make out of it?"
I have to say, I completely agree. I'm an eternal optimist myself. I always believe that you can make lemonade out of lemons. And yes, it's been a challenging time. I personally am somebody who is a very big hugger and I love to embrace people. It's challenging. We're going to have a new normal and it's a very difficult time for the elderly. So I do say that I put that all into perspective and say, compared to what our parents and our grandparents had to endure with the genocide and being exiled and scattering all over the world and coming to new countries with no understanding of the language or money or education, I mean, we really need to truly sit down and say, at the end of the day, we've been quarantined and yes, it's been challenging, but it's a time to take stock of our lives and sit down and put things into perspective.
You know, you say you're a big hugger. I know you hug, you're very friendly, but you're also a fighter. Armenians are fighters, so we cannot just easily give up. This is nothing. Hopefully, we'll come out soon.
Absolutely. I love the line that says that Armenians, their number one goal is to survive. And so I think that as Armenians, we have a very good coping mechanism. I think we have that will to fight, and I think that that's what's going to get us through.
When you say get us through, in New York, New Jersey, we're very slowly, phase 1, phase 2 coming out. How is it in Florida? Do you think we're coming out of this pandemic?
Absolutely. I have to say, you know, I'm not a very political person, but I will say that our governor has done a fantastic job in Florida, and I'm not sure, I'm not a doctor, but I don't know, maybe the combination of the sun and the heat had some help, but we really didn't have the same devastating numbers as everybody else. But Florida is, as of Monday, just 2 days ago, they have actually opened almost everything. So everything has social distancing, must be respected. Masks have to be worn when you go inside, like retail stores and grocery stores and things like that. And you do have 50% occupancy at restaurants, but it's pretty much getting back to the new normal. I mean, masks and sanitation everywhere. You have to scrub things down with Clorox and things like that, but at least everything is open for us. So we are already completed phase 2 here in Florida.
You know, we also cannot forget the rioting that are taking place these days. What has been the images in your area? What did you see? How did you feel about the whole situation?
So for me, I don't live in an urban area of Florida anymore. I live actually in Boca Raton in a dead-end street. So the closest thing I've seen are things that are on social media and on television, which I try not to watch too much news anyways. But we did have some peaceful protests in Meisner Park and at the Boca Mall. Not much looting has taken place, and my personal opinion is, I mean, having a protest that is peaceful, that is sending a message, and that is corralling people to address racism is a fantastic thing, but I don't agree with the criminal activity that it exudes, which is all this looting and looking for an excuse to create this kind of danger and chaos for everybody.
Ani, I think you know our last question usually appears in Armenian. So basically we have to get a signature Armenian.
So im mitkovers ես պիտի ասեմ, որ աս ամենը պիտի անցնի, աս դժվար ժամանակները պիտի անցնին, բայց մենք ավելի զորավոր պիտի ըլլանք եւ ավելի պատրաստ պետք է ըլլանք, եթե ասիկա նորեն փամը ասանգ ըլլանը. So նոր էջը պիտի փածվի մեզի համար եւ again նորեն ինձի համար անգլերենով հայերեն թարգմանեմ. Միշտ պետք է կավատը նայիս, որը գես լեցուն է, ոչ գես բարավ. So ադ միտքով, եթե ամեն ինչ նայիս, գրնաս հասկնալ, որ աստուծո փառք տանք, որ փամը մեզի համար մենք բագաս չենք փանեմը. Եվ պետք է appreciative ըլլանք, հայերեն փառը չեմ գիտերադո. Կնահատենք, որ ինչ որ ունենք, մեզի համար, I mean, park tank. That's all I can say. Actually, I think this has been a really great reminder of what's important to us and for us to be neighborly and think about the people who are less fortunate than us. We have a lot of older people here in Florida. I know a lot of them. So, you know, finding things like toilet paper and bottled water and being able to go and drop it off for them. It made a big difference. Even my neighbors, I have a garden that I've grown in my backyard. I've got tomatoes, I've got herbs, and they have mangoes. So we're all like trading vegetables and helping each other. If I go to the farm and I pick up a case of fresh vegetables, I'll bring a case back for my neighbors, which I probably wouldn't have done before because we were all so busy. So I think this time has given us an opportunity to really make that conscious effort to really be grateful and to be more helpful to each other. So I'm truly enjoying it. That's my way of connecting with humanity, and I suggest everybody does that.
Ani, if I was closer, I'll give you a big hug, and thank you for your very optimistic words. It really is uplifting what you just said, and helping each other. We would not have done this under normal conditions, but now with the pandemic we're in, we are looking out for friends and loved ones. Thank you very much. Enjoy the day.
Thank you. You too. Take care. Bye bye, friends.